My top tip is quite simple, really. Be professional, but ultimately be yourself, because there's something uniquely creative about you which makes you special, and that's something that you're going to be able to bring to the role.
My top tip is to make lists and take notes. So if you attend a meeting or some training or having conversations, then make notes so that you remember what came out of those conversations. And to-do lists are really helpful for me and helps me to remember what I need to do. Using highlighters and post-it notes really help too. If they're shorter tasks for me, I'll write them on a post-it note, and I'll use a notepad too to remember everything as well. So that's my top tip.
My top tip for you is to never assume. Always just ask the questions. If you don't ask, you don't know. You might feel stupid. You might think, oh, they're gonna think, why are you asking that? You should know that. You're just starting out. No one is gonna think anything negative, and ultimately, they're gonna be like, wow, nice one. These people are asking the questions. They're not just going away and doing the first thing that comes into your head. You build up the knowledge through asking questions. So never assume.
If I was going to give one top tip for sort of working in the workplace and developing your skill set, it would be to get involved with as many things as possible. You don't often know what you enjoy doing or what you're good at until you've done a bit of sort of testing. You may find that there are things that you don't like and that you want to leave behind, but you'll also find that there's things you'd never heard of before that could be a real strength of yours and something that you become really passionate about. So any opportunity that someone gives you, consider taking it to sort of further your skill set and your opportunities.
So my top tip to new people entering the creative sector would be try to be proactive. And I think this can be really difficult when you start a new job or it's perhaps your first job and you don't really know people. You maybe don't want to kind of like push them or seem rude or things like that. But I think everyone generally is really friendly in the creative sector. They're really passionate about what they're doing and they want to make it work, but they're also really, really busy. So I think if you send an email or ask somebody for a document and they haven't replied to you, it's not because it's not important, it's just because they're really busy. So I think, you should definitely email them again, just send them a quick reminder. I think they'd be like really grateful for it. So yeah, just try to like be proactive. If you need something, ask for it. People don't mind you asking questions. I would also say try to carve some time out for yourself. I think it can feel quite slow at the beginning of a job because you're kind of like figuring things out, but then it kind of gets really busy, and once it's really busy, it's really difficult to find time for yourself. But I think it's really important because you can then like reflect on what you're doing, think about things that you like, things that you don't like, areas that you'd like to explore. You can maybe do a bit of training, things like that. So if you've got that time booked out and you kind of protect it, then you can explore things, and it will just set you in really good stead for the end of your 6-month placement or whatever you're doing, to then know what you'd like to do next. So those would be my quick 2 tips. But yeah, welcome to the creative sector. I hope you have a good time.